Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, here in the Rising Stones. Last time we saw the credits for the overall end of Stormblood, so I guess this time we will enter Shadowbringers. But first we need to finish the quest. I knew you'd be alright, and to celebrate your return I made you this, brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. Now's not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with a researcher for St. Coinard's find. You go and rest while we track down that beacon.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Bloody savages!
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph.
Yeah, katana-wielding soldier. Do you really think I do not recognize Xenos?
In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
The Crystal Tower. It's been so long since we dealt with that. In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow you seeds of darkness. Tower, have you found something? Good news, Serenia. We had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down into the hollows around the base of a crystal tower. A path I doubt we'd ever have found if the Ironworks of the Suns not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down here, checking under rocks and peering to every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. Sounds like tedious work, but not as tedious as waiting around, I suppose. Exactly. So I was thinking we should go and lend a hand. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, before the Empire comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silver Tier waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. Oh, congratulations, proven your knowledge of adventuring and need no longer carry the title of New Adventurer. So I'm no longer a sprout. What's just the light? Heading to the survey site, madam. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. Serenia, the search continues, but I have no doubt we shall find this beacon of yours. The towering edifice is the outer wall of the Crystal Tower's foundation. The labyrinth of the ancients, to be precise. The ironworks is out in force, Master Garland's orders. Thank you, Sid. The Arkans need our help, and next to that, even matters of a heart don't seem to matter. Yeah, because she was flirty, right? I've detected no slavering beasts in the vicinity. My sister accepted. The air here weighs heavily on me. It is little wonder, I suppose, when standing in the shadow of such an imposing structure.
Look how many people there are! Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
Biggs! Wedge!
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
I found something? Well...
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
You are right.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
The dawn's light will shine again.
Oh, do not look at me so.
You're slaves to a tyrant! There's no freedom in that!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you!
Spirited accounts always comes in.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Your time has not yet come.
Minfilia? The Warrior of Darkness?
From endless dreams I awake. Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Traveler? look familiar.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Night? Brightest day.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply. Yeah. Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then.
No, thank you.
Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
Shadowbringers. Everlasting light is forever.
Halt!
Yes?
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
Fair enough.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions. From where do you hail?
It's a bit complicated. The source?
The source? What is this cryptic nonsense? Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass. That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
The merchant.
Everything all right, Captain?
I know you.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort her to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
Just doing your job.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private. Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons. I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you are still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused?
An inkling, yes. I can only beg your forgiveness. Matters here forced my hand. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above. Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity. It was to save the First from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. And though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the First, you would bring salvation to the Source as well.
How?
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
The Crystarium. And here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. I think with that I end this episode and we continue later. Until next time then, I am Mace and don't get lost.